My name is Siyabonga Hadebe. I'm a software developer from Soweto. I started software development a little over 10 years ago. At first it was very scary and I didn't know what I was doing, but with a lot of grit and determination, I was able to just try and get myself to learn it, and went to a school called We Think Code, where they really solidified the discipline for me. And I'm the founder of a company called Ground Floor. We develop apps for people. We've developed an app for a lady who wanted to do card payments at Pick and Pay. We developed an app for people who wanted to scan a QR code to see the menu at a restaurant. And we have our own app called Envibe, which is an application to give you places of leisure dependent on the distance that you input or what type of vibe you want, and also show you events around you. What is information technology? Well, information technology is like a discipline, like for instance, medicine. Medicine may have research personnel, it may have nurses, doctors, a whole host of people. So IT in essence is what defines all the careers that are used to be able to provide people with certain services, whether it be having an application on your phone or web or a whole host of things, or running a robot even. But IT is just the umbrella word for the discipline of working in information and technology, as it were. Well, I wouldn't say there's a particular subject per se, but it is advantageous to be doing some form of mathematics. It doesn't matter whether it's pure maths or maths lit, but as long as you get into the habit of being able to solve problems and go through the frustration of getting it wrong sometimes, and go through the process of being able to systematically come to a resolution, then that subject should be advantageous for the student to be able to do well in the discipline of information technology. Yeah. A hierarchy in information technology has to do with the fact that there's hardware and then there's software. So there's someone who builds the physical hardware, where software is going to have to be run. The person who builds the physical hardware might be someone like IBM, and someone who builds the software might be someone like BBD. So when you go from here, you have something called a database. Think of it just as a spreadsheet where you put all your information, hence the name database. So this information is going to be taken from this database, still going to another machine, or sometimes possibly the same machine, but going to something called a back-end software. This is where most people write the code to do some type of logic that they want their application to have. For instance, Facebook might say something like, get me all the posts that are related to Anele, being that every person who's a friend to Anele will get the posts that are relevant to Anele, and then it'll send them to your phone. And when it sends them to your phone, this is something called front-end development. Front-end development just deals with what you see on the screen, all the buttons, all the text. They will be sent from some back-end system, come to the front end. So that would be, I believe, the discipline from top to bottom, but mostly in respects to the software side. Yeah. Okay, so is there work in the IT industry? This one I'd like to answer with a little homework. If you Google the top 5 or 10 most sought after jobs, I'm pretty sure most of the web pages don't come up with software development. It's one of the most sought after skills, because not only because people are misinformed and aren't doing it and think people will be writing zeros and ones and you have to be super smart, but it's just something you can learn like anything else. Also because there's an infinite number of projects that people would want to do, because it results in scarcity, and wherever there's scarcity, there's always going to be a demand. So in that respect, when you're looking for a job as an experienced software developer, you don't struggle as much. There's a lot of platforms. In fact, you get emails from recruiters all the time trying to get you to go to a place. So, and it's also possibly because the magnitude of problems that people want to solve using software development are so wide and vast that we can't even fathom how many software developers you would need to be able to do his application. And she's got an idea, and this company wants this, and everyone wants to solve some type of problem, and they understand that computers together with software solve a huge amount of their problems. So as a result, software developers are highly in demand, and I believe that's in most countries, but in less developed countries I would say a bit more.